told me how when he was younger, he shot a gun in his dad's house on Elzora. And I was thinking, because I know the CIA thing that keeps playing in my head and I keep hearing about is they have kills at a young age, a real young age. And so I was wondering, I know that Grandpa Joe, everything they told me about Grandpa Joe was a lie. And they said he was real abusive and just awful. But I don't believe that because his wife was so fucking happy, just a happy woman. And she was so happy. And I was wondering if maybe the gun was Joe killing his grandpa. Because his grandpa, they said, died at the golf cart shop on Western, next to the little shop for like the office. And in between the office and the apartment, there's a golf cart shop, which used to be the business where the shop was, where the rental business was. But I think Grandpa Joe also had, it was almost like a pawn shop, because when I've looked at there before, it says that Gill Properties is in the business of used furniture, which I had no idea about, but maybe Grandpa Joe was into that kind of shit. I don't know, because I had never understood why that listing was connected to it online. But I wonder, with the CIA stuff, they're doing killings and things like that, and I wonder if, just part of my book that I might write, it's a dream, like just thoughts I'm thinking, is, I've been planning on writing a book about this shit, so I'm just going to maybe make it into my book. But maybe the gun going off was Joe killing Grandpa Joe, and maybe Grandpa Joe's held in the safe that Gordon's so worried about, because he's been worried about that safe for a long time. He had it at his house for years, and then he moved over suddenly in with Lillian and Paulette, just for no reason. He had his house for 40, his whole life he lived in that house, and all of a sudden he decided to move in with Lillian and Paulette. The weird thing though is he took his safe, the big ass, it's this huge safe. I've never seen it, but Joe always described it to me, a huge safe, like a huge 6-foot whatever safe. And so he brought the safe over to Lillian's. Well, then he bought a house in Sun City West at the end of my marriage. He paid cash for it or whatever, and he was really interested in this house. But Joe moved the safe from Lillian's house to Gordon's house in May 2016, which was crazy to me because Joe was super lazy. And he was very vocal about the fact that he didn't do shit in the summertime. When it is hot out, he doesn't do shit and refuses. So it was really odd to me that he would choose to move this safe in the summertime when it was super hot. And it was almost like a desperate, fast move. Like they needed to get that shit moved. So I wonder if like Grandpa Joe, and then soon after that, Lillian died. So, or was on her way out. So I think that was May. I don't know. I think within the next 6 months, Lillian must have died. Within 6 months. But he made sure to get that fucking safe. And in my book, I'm going to change names, you know. I'm just, your art reflects like real life. And so you just use it. So I'm just going to use it in my book. Whether it's true or not, it'll be a fiction book. It'll be not true. It's going to be called Testify My Truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth. But it doesn't have to necessarily be true. It's a fiction book, right? So I'm just, I'm just thinking about ideas for this book. But it makes me wonder what actually happened, because Joe and Gordon are scary as fuck. And they think they are God's gift to the world, and for no reason. So I wonder. And they've always said they're God. They've always acted as if they're God. And I even wrote in my mental hospital writings in 2016, what do you think, you're God? Like, you think you're God? Like, who the fuck? Because I was talking shit to them on these, in my writings, my ramblings that they stole from me. They're gone now. But I did say, what do you think you are, God? And I think they actually do. But I think there's some shit